This man owed a massive debt of 10 million, yet he didn't seem the least bit worried. Instead, he was drinking beer that cost 5,000 a bottle and eating skewers of meat that went for 7,000 each. In just 2 minutes, Kaiji had spent 40,000 of his freshly received wages. Every time he ate and drank his fill, Kaiji would immediately regret it. It was precisely because he had racked up such huge debts that he had been assigned to work in the underground mine, where he had to labor 25 hours a day and was given only 2 meals. The food was barely edible, even by a dog's standards, just pickled vegetables and salted fish. Even after working hard all day, he could earn only 90,000 a month. To pay off his debt by working here, he would need to spend at least 15 years. Kaiji had thought about escaping, but the mine was covered with cameras. Even if he managed to evade the cameras, the exit was heavily guarded, making escape nearly impossible. The only way out was to buy a permission to leave ticket, which cost 500,000. It was his only hope. If he could get out, he could go to the racetrack to bet or visit the underground casino. If he won, he could pay off his gambling debts. But then came bad news. The foreman's assistant suddenly appeared, pushing a snack cart. Colleagues rushed to buy snacks, and Kaiji looked at the price list in shock. A single bottle of beer cost 5,000, hundreds of times more than outside the mine. Kaiji made a firm decision. He must save money. If he could save for 6 more months, he could buy a permission to leave ticket and get out.
それにしても何なんだこの胸のざわめきは。タバコ、ポテチ、缶コーヒー、焼き鳥、ビールも。くそ。
But the foreman wasn't about to let him off easily. To tempt Kaiji into spending, he handed him a free bottle of beer. For Kaiji, already tormented, this was a deadly temptation. Feeling the cold beer in his hand, Kaiji could no longer resist. He quickly drank it. The cool liquid slid from his throat to his stomach, washing away all fatigue and frustration.
涙が出る。犯罪的だ。
He kept drinking, not daring to waste a single drop. Meanwhile, his colleagues happily ate their skewers. The aroma was irresistible, and Kaiji struggled to resist. He told himself he could buy just 1 beer, but the smell of the meat was overwhelming. He slowly approached the snack cart and said he wanted a bottle of beer. The foreman knew Kaiji had succumbed. One of the assistants suggested pairing it with skewers, claiming beer and meat were perfect together. Kaiji's willpower held. He didn't choose the 7,000 skewers. Instead, he bought only a 500 pack of peanuts. The foreman was pleased. He knew Kaiji didn't want to spend much, so he chose the cheapest option. Of course, the skewers were the tastiest. Next, the foreman encouraged Kaiji to relax a little, enjoy himself, and then think about saving. After the foreman's persuasion, Kaiji surprisingly believed him. He ended up buying skewers, a pack of chips, and a beer. This indulgence completely destroyed Kaiji's resolve. His desire to get out and save money vanished. The foreman watched Kaiji from the corner, grinning with satisfaction. He had set the trap and only needed to wait for Kaiji to fall for it. Because of this temptation, Kaiji indulged again and again, eventually spending 40,000. He regretted it deeply and vowed to save properly. The next day, it started all over. Another bottle of beer, more spending. By the 5th day, Kaiji had only 400 left. The foreman saw his opportunity and approached from behind. He offered to help Kaiji get a loan, taking a 30% interest fee. Kaiji hesitated, wanting to save money, but the foreman continued talking and Kaiji saw hope again. The foreman agreed to waive the interest, but there was a condition. He pulled out 3 dice, saying he wanted to gamble.
地の底の底で悪魔がいざなうサイコロ賭博チンチロリン